Andy Church from Prolificate, back from my CFO roundtable where I came up with some really good tips. We had a meeting with a local bank president today, and it just reminded me of some useful tips that I've used over the years to successfully negotiate lines of credit, new loans for companies through the years. So here goes. Hope this helps you. Number one, have your shit together. So when you go to meet with the bank and approach them, don't get fancy. No need for jargon, or don't try to impress them. Just know what it is that you do to make money. Understand what you're going to offer the bank in terms of return. You're asking them to invest in your business. So understand why they might want to do that, what helps them. They really want to make a loan to you. So all you have to do is explain why that's a good idea and be able to show them. I'm looking at my notes here, so bear with me. Don't wait until you're desperate. Just like anything else, if you come from a place of desperation, they'll smell fear every time. So have your stuff together. Talk to a professional coach like myself or a trusted advisor beforehand, and get a line of credit established with your local bank or lender of some sort early before you need it. Expect to be turned down, especially, again, if you're rushed, if you're in a hurry or particularly desperate. It's nothing personal. It's just business. So have your stuff together. Have a well thought of or thought out proposal, but just expect that you're going to have to go through several no's before you get to a yes. That's okay. It's part of the process. It'll be good practice for you to go through these proposals with the bank. So again, it's not personal. Just expect to be turned down several times. Don't be negative about it. Also, a positive attitude always helps. Can-do attitude that shows the banker a little bit about you and how you run your business. You need some positive energy to do this well. So have that positive energy. Next up is know who to ask. So as an example, this particular company, this particular bank does not lend to construction companies, for example. If you're a construction company, it doesn't matter how successful you are, how profitable you are. They've made a business decision that they don't lend to construction companies. So if you approach this bank for a loan for your contracting business, you're really just wasting your time. You're going to get frustrated. You're not going to succeed. So do some homework beforehand and understand who to approach. Banks have specialties and personalities almost, just like any company or any person. So understand who you're dealing with, who you're approaching before you approach them. And then, if you want to catch a fish, I think the saying is, you need to go where the fish are. So understand where the fish are that you're trying to catch and go there. I will say the last point is it's important just in general, not just with the bank, but in this case, under promise and over deliver. A couple of examples. If you made a profit of $17,000 last year, when you tell the banker about it, lowball it a little bit and say, 15,000 or so. When they get the paperwork and open it up, they're going to see, it was actually 17,000 that they made last year. That sets a very important signal to them to say, okay, I understand that this person is likely to be more conservative. They're going to get a higher level of confidence in anything that you're telling them. Versus if you say, nearly $20,000, $25,000, all too often when I was in banking, I would open up the loan packet and find out that, they were being a little bit optimistic there. And in fact, it was only 17,000. So I'd much rather be pleasantly surprised if I'm a lender than negatively surprised. So be a little conservative. If your appointment is for 1 p.m., show up at 12:45. Show up actually well-dressed. Show up well-prepared. Have your documents in order. study the documents. If somebody else did the documents for you, you still need to know what's in them. So review them, have somebody quiz you on them. This is almost like a test back in school, right? So prepare. If the banker asks for 2 years of tax returns, you pass the envelope across the desk with 3 years of tax returns in it. Very simple. Again, it'll save some time later if they have to come back and there's a question. Sometimes they will ask for an additional year or two of tax returns. Why not just put those in up front? Give them more than they ask for, more than they expect. Again, that sets an important tone and it impacts your credibility. Lastly, on this note, if the banker comes back and says, yeah, we've approved you for, let's say, $50,000 of credit, how much would you like? Say, you know what, $40,000 should do it. I think let's set this note at $40,000. If you don't have that luxury and you really need the $50,000, okay, fine, take it, but don't use it all. So if you can take $10,000 of that 50, buy a certificate of deposit, a CD, and set that aside in the bank and don't use it. You've got that money sitting there for a rainy day. The banker's going to know that you did that. Again, it sends an important signal to them that you're not desperate. You have some margin now for error. You've got a comfort level, a safety net, and it really helps your cause later on. So again, never borrow everything that you could borrow. If you do borrow at all, set some of it aside so that you can repay in a rainy day, or if that big contract falls through, you've got a slush fund sitting there ready to go. So that's it. Pretty simple. No trade secrets here. Just under promise and over deliver. I'll run back through these again. Expect to be turned down. It's okay. It's part of the process. Know your stuff. Be able to answer any questions confidently and right on the spot, but don't BS. So if you don't know an answer, just compliment the person that's asking. Say, that's a great question. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, so let me get right back to you. And then definitely, if you say you're going to get back to them by the end of the day, get back to them before the end of the day. So again, under promise and over deliver. And lastly, know which bank to approach. If they don't lend in your area, don't bother. Go right to the next bank. There will, chances are, be several candidates that are open to you. That's it. If you've got any questions, you can reach me anytime at prolificate.com. Hit the contact link there. You can reach me Facebook, Twitter, email, whatever you like. I'm happy to help you out if I can. So good luck, guys. Good luck with those bank loans out there, and let me know how I can help.